Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This will be a pick a card reading on a postcard from Spirit. We have rose quartz for pile 1, clear quartz for pile 2, and amethyst for pile 3. And the decks I am using are a postcard from Spirit, Threads of Fate, the Weaver Tarot, and those are pre-shuffled. And to clarify, I will be pulling from the Fountain Tarot. So go ahead and choose your pile and we'll get started. Okay, if you chose pile 1, the rose quartz, this is your reading. We're going to start off with the postcard. Behind the postcard you see an image of a peacock. Very beautiful. And it says, "You are divine beauty." Dearest you, we are a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on Earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say, loving you so very much. Okay, so far what I'm getting from this is that you might be in a situation where you give too much of yourself to other people and you are not letting yourself flourish. You know, again, back to the image of the peacock up front. You're not letting your own beauty shine. You're not allowing your needs to be met. You might be putting yourself second in a lot of situations or not really giving yourself that much of attention that you need, or allowing other people to give you the attention that you need. So yeah, let's continue on to see what the rest of this is about. Before I get that started, you could be having a lot of dreams or signs that you might not be interpreting as for you, but clearly, you know, as it states here, they are reaching out to you, so just keep that in mind. You might want to kind of dig a little deeper into the things that you're seeing in your day-to-day life. Okay, the pillar. Ruler of Cups. Judgment. Seeker of Swords. Okay, so the pillar, right? You are not allowing yourself to be, actually, no, it's not about you allowing yourself to be, but I think you are letting too many other people depend on you. You are that person for everybody else, and what I'm seeing here is that you might not have that person to lean on as far as everyone else goes. You know, everyone comes when they're having their bad times, their bad situation, when they need someone to talk to, they come to you, but you don't have that person to turn to. And the thing is, your Ruler of Cups is the Queen of Cups, I believe, in this deck. So you offer a lot of love, very unconditional love. And, you know, based on the Judgment over here, you are not getting that back, and it doesn't matter who's coming to you. You don't judge about their circumstances that they go through. And that's why people lean on you so much, because they know that at the end of the day, you are probably the person that if they came to you with a secret or a struggle, you're not going to go and talk about that with somebody else. Again, that is not something that is being offered back to you, or maybe, you're not letting it be offered to you, based on what the postcard is saying here. Seeker of Swords. Yeah. So again, you could also be needing to cut some people off, and you don't, simply because, you know, they come and turn to you a lot. But Yeah. I think that's something that you need to start learning how to do as well, is cut people off, even when they need the help. You know, you're probably someone that you could be in the worst terms with somebody, but if they called you and said, hey, I'm going through something right now, you are going to open those doors of communication and hear them out. And that could be really draining for you. And I think that's something that is happening a lot. Again, you need someone to lean on as well. You can't just have everybody come to you with their problems. And then the thing is, you're the type of person that you take on their stress. You don't know how to separate your own problems from other people's. So in terms, you end up, you know, taking on double the stress, double the problems, that you end up wanting to solve everybody else's ahead of yours, and that's where your needs are being ignored in a way. You're ignoring your own needs as well. So let me pull a couple more cards from this other deck, the Fountain Tarot. The King of Wands. Yeah. If this is happening a lot, if you're in a relationship and you feel like you can't turn to your significant other, that is also one of the biggest things. You could be feeling very isolated. You know, your partner, your significant other should be someone that you feel comfortable going to. That's, you know, the intimacy in a relationship, really. And if you're not getting that kind of time and energy reciprocated to you, then that's something that, yeah, you know, in the end, you do need to start cutting off, or letting your needs be heard, be met, sitting down with your partner and telling them, like, hey, you know what, I know you're going through things, but so am I. Six of Cups. I think you do this a lot with family as well, you know, which is the hardest thing, because I feel like if you are someone that has siblings, or even just your parents, they might have trained you at a young age to kind of hear them out and stuff, and you've been there every step of the way. You've given them a lot of love and stuff for them to be able to feel comfortable enough to grow, but again, you need to be able to get that kind of time and energy back. Justice. Interesting, that landed also on the Judgment card. Yeah, you're not letting things really come back to you in that sense, you know. When you don't allow the reciprocation to happen, you're cutting off a lot of your own good karma, your own gifts. You know, you deserve that time and energy just as well as anybody else does. And if you're taking your time to hear them out, again, pick this card up closer so you can see. You know, the image is upside down where she looks, let me turn this right side up actually. You look at it, they seem their eyes very sad, you know, and it's putting you in a very almost like depressive episode, really, because if you look at it that way, the way it's extending, it's like if you look at it like a timepiece looking inwards into something, I think you have a lot that you haven't really let out. Yeah. The Nine of Swords. You're not showing a lot of what's eating you up inside, and I think that's causing you a lot of problems. You might be extremely depressed right now, and you know, Spirit could be communicating to you through these dreams or signs, and you're not really seeing it. Again, you know, the image on the back of this postcard is a peacock, and peacocks, when they open up their feathers, they're very, very beautiful. They're very colorful. And I think right now, you know, especially considering this image in this card, the Nine of Swords, there's hardly any color in here. You know, in comparison to what a peacock would look like, it's your colors aren't shining through. Your happiness, your own energy, your aura, it could be very gloomy right now, and that's something that Spirit really wants you to work on. Is you know, talk to someone, air this out, because you are missing out on a lot of happiness. You know, small things that could be going on around you, that are, you know, maybe celebratory, and you're not really getting the benefit of it because of how much you're the sun in the tower, how much you're, you know, here in your gloominess, that you're not able to let any of that darkness out, any of those thoughts out. You don't have no one to vent to, really. And so what I think you need to do, you know, the Fool card is stop holding yourself back in fear of being judged for the things that you're going through, for the things that you feel, and just let it out, let it be, you know, be a fool and just leap forward and let it out, because these people need to hear you out. They need to understand that they can't just turn to you and not be able to offer the same back. You're human, you have emotions, you have your own problems, your own darkness, and you're almost like wallowing in it right now because no one's, maybe they have noticed and you're not allowing them to really see through it. You know, you're probably putting on like a facade here, and that needs to, you know, end, because you are too into your darkness on the inside, and you need someone to really be there for you the way that you are being for everybody else. Again, you know, you chose the rose quartz here. The sun's not really hitting it enough to shine the pinkness through, but the rose quartz is a lot about self-love, you know, and I think that's something that you're missing out on a lot, is giving yourself that self-love, if that's what you need. You know, you could be giving too much of yourself away, and, you know, be a little stingy with your time, with your energy, and focus on yourself. Give yourself that time to think about things and really let them get out of your system. Feel your feelings. And again, whether it's with a significant other or with parents or family, siblings, just let it out. Let it out, because you're human, you know, they know this, and they could be thinking in the back of their heads, like, how does this person do it? How do they keep going, knowing that, you know, you're going through things too, and because you're putting on this facade, this strong person image, they're not really taking their time and being like, hey, you know, how are you? Are you okay? So it's time to start letting that come out, you know? I think, let me pull one more card. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, you have too much darkness. Your color's fading, you know, and at some point this is going to start showing through, and you, again, once you start letting that out, you'll see big difference. You know, this is the Eight of Cups and this is the Nine of Cups. You know, the color, the happiness in the sky, as opposed to this being a shadow in the background. Surround yourself with that love. You know, your people around you are probably really concerned, and because you're not voicing yourself, they're not able to see that. So, you know, I hope you are really able to let that come through. Give yourself self-love. You know, you really deserve it here, because if you're taking on everybody else's darkness without judgment, then you definitely deserve to be heard as well without judgment. Okay, and honestly, you know, depression isn't something that should be taken lightly. I've been through it, so many other people have as well, and understand that however you feel, if you really feel like someone's going to judge you based off of what you're going through or how you feel inside, whether how it's big or small, none of that matters, because those are your feelings, and you're a person. You deserve to be taken care of just like everybody else, and without judgment. No one can tell you how to feel. And really, you know, like I said, if those people aren't hearing you out or trying to minimize what you're going through, then those people don't deserve to be in your life. And again, you need to cut those people off, because at the end of the day, you're too much of a good person. You're very, because I can sense this through, you know, you're someone who doesn't judge, is one in a million, because everybody, you know, is quick to judge. So many people are, you know, so it's to have someone genuinely hear you out, and they're not going to go out and gossip about it. They're not, you know, they're just genuinely there for you. That's a rarity. You know, you are rare. You're beautiful. You, girl, boy, whatever you identify as, let your colors shine through again, okay? Like, take care of this. Take care of that darkness. Get that help that you need. Voice yourself, okay? Because no one deserves to be stuck in these emotions for such a long time, to the point that it's eating them up, okay? I love you. I hope you really do get the help you need, and I'm just gonna go ahead and end this reading here. Okay, if you chose pile 2 or the crystal quartz, this is your reading and your postcard. This is the back image. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks like a cherub or an angel holding a cup, and in the bottom it says "with love." Okay. Dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master, and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life. Money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe, so whenever you fall into insecurity, you will be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough, and abundance is your natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as the truth, you can and will create it. You are so on the right path now. Keep believing, then the seeing happens. Loving you more and more every day. Okay. So, obviously, you could be going through just a small little, you know, path of insecurity. Maybe you're fearing a couple of things here and there, but I think overall what Spirit is trying to remind you is that you are very, very abundant, and you're probably someone that you have a lot of great things that happen to you, and you know, people on the outside could probably be thinking like, oh, like, what is this girl doing? Like, she must be so lucky because she gets everything. You get everything. I'm sorry, I don't know if you're a girl or not, but whatever you identify as. Again, those little moments of fear, of insecurity, or you know, those negative thoughts that might seep in here and there, just remember you tend to manifest a lot of things. So if you're constantly letting these negative thoughts come through, then that is what you are manifesting. Seeing is believing. Sometimes believing is seeing, and this is what it's telling you, is that if you are going to allow the energy to go into that negativity, then that is what you are going to attract to yourself. You might be someone who, you might not be as into spirituality as you thought, or maybe you're just getting into it, but the law of attraction is something that you have been doing very naturally and without really thinking about it, you know? So just remember that what you think, you bring into life. So just, you know, really take your time and no, it's not about taking your time. It's the thoughts that you think, just, you know, be more mindful of them. So let's get into this. The 3 of Wands. Yeah, definitely. Again, you're a very natural manifester, and I think you're someone that you see. You're someone that can, you know, maybe plan out a future, plan out a day, and it'll come out exactly as you planned it, as you see it, because you could be not to bring the negativity into this word or anything, but a witch. You could be someone that is a natural creator. You hold a lot of magic in your hands. Ruler of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Seeker of Cups. Okay, yeah, so you're definitely kind of going through a little rough patch here with your thoughts. And I think what Spirit's really telling you again, just to reaffirm, you need to be very, very mindful of the things that you think, because you bring them into fruition, Death. Yeah. Bring Okay, so what I'm seeing right now is that maybe you've been actually going through this little rough patch of negativity for a while, right? And you're not really sure how to bring an end to this. Like, maybe you've been trying to think happier thoughts and see better outcomes, and it's just not happening right now, And it's probably because, again, what you think you create. And if these thoughts have been lingering for quite a while, then you're just reaffirming the thoughts that you're thinking, right? You're seeing the negative stuff popping up, and so that's what you're taking as confirmation, as, yeah, what, I probably deserve it, or I saw this coming, and those kind of intrusive thoughts. But again, you were a very natural manifester, and I think you have a very strong mind. Again, you're just kind of going through it, which is understandable, because if you have a strong mind, then fighting your own mind is something that is very, very difficult, When you're very strong-willed, turning against your own self sometimes is probably one of the most difficult things you can do. So when those thoughts come in, and as hard as you might try to fight those thoughts, those feelings, obviously you're going against your own mind, against your own thoughts, so it's only that much harder. So the Chariot. Yeah, I think you've been going to back and forth with these thoughts, again, because you're manifesting the outcomes. You could have something good happen to you because you had a moment of clarity and thought some positive things, but quickly switched that to letting an intrusive thought come in, and there you go, kind of fighting that instinct again. But again, you are a very natural manifester, I think. Yeah, Magician. I don't know if you practice any kind of magic or not, but if you don't do it consciously, you're definitely someone that does it unconsciously. In your subconscious, you use a lot of magic without even really thinking about it. Again, the power of the mind. You have a lot of magic that runs through you, definitely. It could be in your ancestry. So again, just be mindful. What you think you create, definitely. And you are, yeah, I see you're putting up that fight against yourself, and you have to try and beat the odds here. Again, the imagery. Everything's pointing at you. The swords are at you. So again, it's not something that I see anyone else is really putting you through. I think you're really at odds with yourself right now, with your mind, for whatever reason. Maybe you're going back and forth on a lot of things. Maybe you've had a recent realization, right? An opening. Maybe you didn't know you had the power to create like this, and these things are kind of taking you up by surprise, and it's putting you at odds against your rational and irrational mind. Yeah, definitely, you know, kind of thinking outside of the box. Maybe you were, like I said, without really thinking about it, you were manifesting a lot of things, and once you came to realize you had this power, that's when you kind of needed to break out of that logical mind that society has, you know, that no, these things don't happen, magic isn't real, or, you know, things like that. And that's something that once you started to realize it, you didn't know how to really process the idea. Yeah. You know, it's such a overwhelming concept to someone who, you know, maybe religion, or even if you were atheist, it was just something that never really came to mind. Putting the pieces together, you know, maybe you had some self-discovery moments, and again, those realizations, you know, came by piece, and you didn't really know what to do with it. You know, you didn't know what to think of the situation. You didn't really, yeah, you know, it's kind of hard to think about these things, and all of a sudden, right, to take that leap forward and say, like, yeah, you know what, I believe this stuff, it's real, it's happening. Especially when you're, again, in this box that society puts on these kinds of things, where, you know, it's one way of thinking or the other, and to be open to newer possibilities, it's definitely not easy when you're so closed up, and, you know, putting it all together. And it's understandable. I mean, it's more than okay to go back and forth on these things, and whether or not you choose to believe it or not, it's not like this is ever going to be something you just lose. You know, it's something that's so natural to you that manifesting, you won't ever be able to stop, really. Whether you choose to call it that or not. You know, I think you're the type of person that you put out so much energy into the world that the world is giving back to you. You know, again, how it says on here, the universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. Definitely, right? And I think that's what it has constantly shown you, and coming into this realization of, you know what, I'm gonna get back what I put in. And not necessarily with that intention, you know, you can't just do something with the intention of receiving, but, yeah, that childlike wonder. Yeah, I think you need to really let your mind wander more on this, you know, don't take things so seriously, don't take it for what it is. Life is whatever you want to make it in the end. And yeah, I think that's pretty much, I feel like I'm repeating myself now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end this message now. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you back in the next video. Alright, if you chose pile 3 or the Amethyst stone, this is your reading. So your postcard has an image of the moon and the stars, and it says, "You shine brightly." Dearest you, all your prayers are being heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty, so you will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers, and what want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. Okay, so I think right now you're, if you're going through a tough moment and you're praying a lot, you could be being heard, obviously, right? Because it's initially what it's saying. It's that they are hearing you, but make sure that your prayers aren't just pleading and begging. You pray for the things and leave an open heart to receive. Know that God or whatever higher power you believe in, that it's listening intently. They hear you, but always remember that if it's not meant for you, the higher power, God, essentially is going to know what is best for you and is going to allow what's best for you to happen. So expect your prayer to be heard in different ways. They are going to surprise you in ways that you don't really understand sometimes. It's something that sometimes you have to be grateful for not getting the things that you pray for, because in the end, something better can always come along. So let's go ahead and see the rest of your cards. The Lovers. Okay. The Devil. Ooh, okay. If this is about a relationship, I can see what all this is about. You also got more cards than the other one, so let's see. Conqueror of Wands. If you've been going through a breakup situation, that's what I'm getting right now. Maybe you've been praying for this person to come back or so, and I think what you need to realize here is that it's probably not going to, but because there's this person's probably not meant for you. This person's probably been doing a lot of damage, and you praying for them back isn't going to help you in the long run. So. Six of Wands. And Two of Coins. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So understand that sometimes the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in, they remove people from your life for a reason. Whoever this person is that maybe you've been wanting back, maybe they haven't actually shown you real love. Maybe they've shown you the bare minimum just to kind of keep you there, because they benefited a lot more from you than you did of them. Yeah, I think your heart's been through it with this person, and maybe you don't see it just yet, but this person did a lot more damage than you think. And if you've been praying for this person to come back or what have you, the universe is kind of telling you, Spirit is telling you that this person isn't here to bring you rainbows and sunshine. It's time to cut that cord. This person isn't serving you any good. You might think you love them. You probably saw a big future with them, but what I'm seeing here is that there is no future here, with that person specifically. I think there's someone better that is in the way of coming in, but because you're not able to leave this person behind just yet, this person hasn't came in. I had someone once tell me, if you don't get rid of the bad shit, you will never have room for the good to come in. So if you're constantly still giving time to this person, energy, focusing too much energy on them still, then whoever is probably coming in, maybe they're already in the process of coming in, but because you're not giving that attention, the universe feels it, God feels it, whatever again you believe in, then energetically this person is still not ready to come in because you're still not ready to let them in, right? And I do see that this person is probably already in your surroundings, because you have the Two of Coins here where it's still all tied up, You know, it's two people that I see here. So it's someone that you definitely have in your surroundings, or are going to have soon in your surroundings, and this person could be your your main person here, and you're not allowing them to come in just yet because, again, there's still ties to this person. And yeah, let's see what else we get here. Five of Swords. I wonder if this person is causing problems outside of you with other people around you. Maybe other people have tried to tell you that this person isn't for you, or that they've done things behind your back, and maybe you've, because you want to believe this person so much, you took their side instead of everybody else's, and some people might have started walking away from you because of it. And again, I think that's something that you need to kind of open up your eyes to see, is maybe you don't know this person as well as you think you do, and your emotions are kind of blinding you to it. Death again. So you're not wanting to cut this person off. And this specific card is kind of scary, and that's right on top of this other image. So again, maybe you're not able to cut this person off because of how toxic they are. Maybe they're the kind of person that once they feel you pulling away, they go and pull something to get your attention again, even though they don't fully intend on giving you any of that attention back. They just like feeding off of you. But again, like I said, you need to see that this person with you has no future. They have no intention. We see the sun is backwards. The horizon is upside down. There's no future here. There's nothing that this person is going to come and offer you. Not seriously anyway. Again, they might be just doing things for the sake of having attention every once in a while once they feel you're energetically pulling away. But they have no offerings for you. Okay, so as hard as you're praying to God, the universe, or spirit to help with the situation, maybe you've been praying for them to come back into your life, and spirit's doing quite the opposite and trying as hard as they can to remove this person from you, and you're the one that's not pulling away, because the person that's coming in, it's a King of Cups. It's someone that's offering a lot of love. Definitely a very stable person in a relationship, and it's someone that all love. The toxicity is not something that they reside with, and it could be the kind of love that you are completely new to. Maybe you're not used to people that don't come with those toxic qualities, and because you're so used to them, you have that hard time cutting that person off. Two of Coins in reverse. Yeah. Apologize, there's a car passing by. But yeah, like here in reverse, again, after this person comes into your life, you might not want to look at anybody else. And energetically, this other person could be feeling that, that, and again, they have no intention of reciprocating any love back to you, right? They're just strictly there for the attention for the moment, to use you, pretty much drain you of what they can, right? And because they might not have someone else yet that, or people might already see through their shit, they're not able to get anybody else as fast as you possibly can, because you are someone that does vibrate higher with love. You give genuine love, and toxic people usually take advantage of people like that. And so opening your heart to someone like this, it's a completely different experience. You might not know how you feel about it just yet, but it's going to be a game changer for sure. Ten of Cups, definitely. This person could be someone that you end up with for the rest of your life. Yeah. Total happiness. And again, that's something that you might not might not be as open to, because again, you haven't really felt this kind of love before, right? It's always difficult to open up your heart to these kind of things when you're so used to the things that you're used to. The world. Yeah, I think there's something that is definitely coming to you that's far greater than what it is you've had, right? And again, it could be overwhelming, and maybe that's why you're having such a hard time moving forward, because it's something that's completely new to you, that you're not even sure is real sometimes, because it's something that, again, you've never experienced before. Being so caught up in that toxicity, you know, but that toxicity, you know, it gave a lot of heartbreak. And I think that's, again, something that maybe you're closed up to real love because of that hurt, right? But yeah, definitely. Sometimes we are stuck in that hurt so much that we don't see the greater good coming in, right? Okay, but yeah, this person is someone that can come in and heal the hurt, heal the depression that you could be feeling from all of this, right? Wheel of Fortune. Definitely a game changer. You know, I think once this person comes in and if you open up your heart to this person, this is someone that's going to turn everything around for you. Help you turn everything around, right? Sorry, that was another car passing by. I'm not sure if it was for the same reason. Yeah, the wheels are turning for fortune, right? This is something that if you've been stuck in such bad situations, this is going to be something completely opposite of that. And you just got to really open up your heart to that and let things be. If your prayers are being answered differently, right? This person isn't going to come back into your life, right? But the universe is telling you, you know, God, again, whatever it is you believe in, is telling you, just open up your heart, because I'm going to give you what you're praying for. It's just not what you're going to be expecting necessarily. So again, you could be praying for this person and stuff, or for the love of your life, thinking it's this person, and, you know, far from it, it's someone completely different. And it's something that you have to open your eyes to, or your heart, and just say, you know what, it's going to be what it's going to be, and I'm not going to have expectations for this. I'm just going to take it. God's on my side. I prayed for this, and that's what it's going to be. Okay, and so far that's all I'm seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. I hope you guys come back for the next one.